Disclaimer. To the Pharisees and Karens out there.
How dare you!
All guests on this show do not reflect the opinions of the host. The purpose of this show is to have interesting conversations, stretch our minds, and grow.
Not what we want!
If you are looking for an echo chamber, viewer and listener discretion is advised.
You talk about extreme.
What is happening and what is up? Hold out your glass, because we're about to fill it up.
Join us as we travel and explore the vast unknown. It's a hero's journey with dragons to slay, damsels to save, and innumerable treasures to hoard. Torches high.
You know, look at it from a different perspective.
I talked to him for just a few. I'm like, oh, he's got stories. What's up, Doc?
What's happening, Captain?
Keep that switch up.
Keep the switch up.
Give it up for these guys again. So I showed up after this 15-minute drive, and I immediately walk in, Top's like, this is your guy. This guy.
This is your dance partner.
Oh, Lilith. So introduce yourself and let us know what happened with you and Lilith.
Yeah, my name is Justin Brown. I'm the host of the Prometheus Lens podcast, and yeah, it was probably.
Give it up.
Yeah, thank you.
Give it up. So you were saying?
And yeah, this event was probably one of the scariest moments of my life, honestly. And it was probably around 2020, 2021, somewhere around there. And I've always been a vivid dreamer and a lucid dreamer. Once I realize I'm in a dream, I can just take control, pull myself out if I'm freaked out or whatever. And I've been that way since I was a kid. But as I got older, the dreams just kind of, slowly faded away. And I started having some lower back pain. So I went to this doctor to try to figure out what was going on with my back, and he tried to give me antidepressants. And I was like, hell, doc, I ain't depressed, I'm hurting, daddy. Yeah. And he was like, no, it'll block pain receptors, and it's not addictive like opioids and stuff. I think this will help you. And I was like, hell, I'll try it. So I tried it, but then I just started having these just demonic nightmares repeatedly. And he kept changing the dose. Oh, we just got to make some adjustments, and kept making adjustments, and I think I went through 3 different kinds of medication, and they just kept getting worse. And one night I just had my first sleep paralysis moment, and I seen the Lilith demon, and I didn't even know what it was at that time. I mean, I had to Google search and see what this thing was. But I have this dream. I'm in my truck driving through the country. I'm from the hills of East Tennessee. I'm a hillbilly. And
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for hillbillies.
Yeah. So in the dream, I got the kids in the car, I got the wife in the car. We're driving down this back little country road, and it's dark. And the headlights come upon this buzzard in the middle of the road, and it's eating on this dead carcass. And they're like, what is that? What is that? So I just start honking the horn, try to scare it off. Well, it stands up, but it comes up probably about 5 foot, 5'5". I mean, this is a big damn buzzard, guys. And the headlights on the truck was hitting it. And it was black feathered, even had this pearlescent purple felted tips on it. It was so vivid, the colors. It was almost like oil spilled on the asphalt, that rainbow color you get, that shimmer. And everybody's like, oh my God, and they're screaming and stuff. And I'm like, it's okay, we're in the truck, we're locked in here, it can't get to us, man. And it turns around, but as it turns around, it is a blonde-haired, naked woman in the front. Whoa. Had bird feet, had a beak for a mouth, and glowing red eyes. And if you've ever heard of infrasound or something like that, that's about what I can describe it to. It was just, I was frozen. I couldn't move anything but my eyes. And I could see my family, it's like in the dream, they were frozen, like petrified. And then all of a sudden she flies up into the air. And then she lands just right next to the truck and opens the door. And I can't move. And she just leans in, man, and it's honestly, she just started basically molested me. I mean, rubbing inside my thigh and then everywhere on my chest.
Congrats.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't congratulate me if you was there, brother. I mean, it was terrifying.
That sounds evil.
It was terrifying. And leans in and starts sniffing at my neck and sticking his tongue out, licking my neck and ears and stuff. And I'm fighting like hell to try to wake up. And I'm like, this is a dream. This is a dream. Wake up, wake up. And normally that works. And I honestly remember my eyes started opening. I started seeing the room like I was getting away. And it was like a rope was wrapped around me. And it just whipped me back in and would not let me get away. And I was just saying, oh God, please, Jesus help me, Jesus help me. And she whispers just like so seductively in my ear. And she says, I have missed you.
That's creepy.
Yeah. And so slowly I started like, you know, when your fingers go numb, that tingling sensation. I started getting that in my hands and my feet. And I was conscious enough to be like, okay, this sleep paralysis thing is wearing off. I can start to move here pretty soon. The only thing I could think to do, because I couldn't wake myself up, was to, in the dream, grab the truck door and slam her inside of it. And when I did, she just let out this gut-wrenching scream. And when she did, she just flew back up into the air. And immediately, as soon as she got like out of distance from me, I was able to pull myself out of the dream and wake up. And I sat up, I was pouring sweat, I was screaming, woke the wife up. She's like, what's the matter, what's the matter? I was like, that damn medicine again, man. And I did, I just threw that medicine away. And it was crazy.
Yeah, medicine is a portal
Yeah.
to hell.
Yeah.
You know, like it opens up bad places.
It does.
Even the pharmaceutical, obviously the pharmaceutical stuff.
Yeah.
I think by design. Did it stop after that?
After I did that, yes. But I had a past with drug abuse and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And honestly, it's almost like, you know, the Lord told me, it was like, you used to be in communion with that spirit. You know, that's a chaos sexual spirit.
Right.
And once I distanced myself from that stuff, it's like I put up a wall and she couldn't get to me no more.
Yep.
And then once I took that medicine, it just lowered that wall just enough so she could get back.
Right.
And I think that's why she said, I have missed you.
Yeah, because Christ is a shield against the demons.
Yes.
And then the medicine.
Amen.
Yeah. Shout out to Jesus. I saw so many Jesus signs on the way down here. I love that. And like the homemade Jesus signs, like billboards. It makes me feel so happy. Like we have in West Virginia, but not New York, where I'm from, because it's where Satan lives.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So,
Definitely.
What?
Jesus 2026.
Yeah.
King of Kings.
Jesus right now. So you felt like you had been in communion with that in your old days.
Yeah.
And then despite having Christ as your Lord and Savior, the pills opened up that portal that let her come back.
I believe
I
so.
hear stories like this all the time. Because I do the show, a call-in show Monday through Thursdays, where people just call in and say, they tell me stories like that. And you know, some people laugh it off, but most of them have no faith
Exactly.
at all. And they don't take this stuff very seriously. But I think it's extremely seriously.
It is.
God spoke to people in their dreams, and demons try to tempt you in all types of ways, clearly.
Yes.
Especially in your dreams and all that stuff. So, well, I'm glad she didn't get you.
Oh yeah, that was a one and done, man. I don't want no more. I don't want no more of that.
Yeah, it's terrible. And good thing your wife wasn't mad at you for like getting on.
Yeah, having an affair with a demon spirit, you know.
Because usually, like, if I do something in one of my wife's dreams, she gets mad at me. But like, I didn't do it.
Oh yeah.
But she's like, it's the extension of you.
Yeah.
Well, that's bullshit.
You were an asshole in my dream. I was so pissed at you. Don't talk to me.
Yeah. Damn it. I hate my dream self. It's not even my dream self. It's my dream self.
Yes.
Okay. You have Mothman on your hat.
Yeah, Mothman stole my EBT card, guys.
What do you think of Mothman? I'm in West Virginia now. That's our guy.
He's got some sweet cheeks. People put quarters and stuff in between there.
Yeah. Do you think it was a real cryptid, or do you think it was a military thing?
I think it was like a demonic spirit type thing, because I mean it had the gift of prophecy and chasing the people like it did, keeping up with the speeds of that truck.
You guys know about Mothman? Oh yeah, I'd imagine this is the Mothman crowd. Yeah, because it was near a military facility, and sometimes I wonder if it was part of some psyop to scare people,
It could have very well been.
or if it was manifested by like some collective consciousness of fear. You know, like it was a weird thing, but whatever it was a sort of false prophet of doom with the bridge and all that stuff.
Well, I got a buddy. His name's Bo Kennedy from the Bump podcast. He theorizes that this is like a misappropriation of Lilith. He thinks that Mothman was like a Lilith spirit.
Okay.
I thought that was an interesting theory.
That is interesting. Whatever it was, it freaked out an entire town.
Oh, yeah.
And it did have people show up from the government. Like in that part of the story where like
Men in black, flashing you.
Real men in black showed up to the town in West Virginia and were looking into it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bizarre one. But you're also telling me about Bigfoot.
Yeah.
What's up with Bigfoot?
Well, Bigfoot, man, I just released a book this past year called The Epic of Esau, The Birthright and Seed War. And, thank you.
Where can they get it?
Yeah. You can get it on Amazon, and also my website, PrometheusLensPodcast.com.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you. But I throw out the theory that I think, Esau is what we would call today in our modern vernacular a Bigfoot. And so I think that stuff's kind of fascinating. But I hooked up just a few months ago with a bunch of content creators, and we hooked up and went to Smoky Mountain, East Tennessee, and went to a heavily active site where a lot of people's had a lot of Bigfoot encounters and supernatural encounters. And there's a graveyard on site too. So a big group of us went, and we camped out for the entire weekend. And I was like, I'm going to film the entire thing. And we had a really good time, but man, we had a lot of crazy experiences. We were finding 22-inch tracks, 11, 12 inches wide, and we got photographic evidence and prints casted. And we found all kinds of prints and stuff
Did the
like
prints
that.
lead to anywhere, or did they disappear?
They just disappear like always, just out of nowhere.
Are you of the belief that he's interdimensional?
Yeah, because I'm the type of person, I think that a lot of times we want to say this is how it is, or that is how it is. I'm that middle road guy. I think it's this and that. It's usually a combination of things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, according to the book of Enoch, the Nephilimic spirits, once they died, their spirits remained to torment mankind.
Mm-hmm.
If these were hairy Sasquatch looking like feral giants, like I think they were, and when they die, their spirits would be left, would they not want to choose a familiar form?
Yeah. Do you know any Mormons in this room right now? I've had this guy's cosplaying as a Mormon. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know about Mormons and Bigfoot?
No.
Mormons,
I didn't realize there was a connection.
the LDS Church thinks thinks Bigfoot is Cain.
Yeah, and that's the ancient Jewish legends too.
Yeah.
I talk about that in the book. That was his cursing. Yeah. He was cursed to be covered in hair from head to toe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Lamech kills his ass.
That's an offshoot.
It was gay.
That's and the LDS Church has a great doomsday bunker.
Yeah, you know it.
I'm trying to get into it in the Granite Mountain. They won't let me. I'm going to talk to this guy later.
You got to convert.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay, so tell us more about what you found in the woods, though, and the experiences you had.
Yeah, one thing was crazy was we set up some live bait, and we went out there. We went lights out, and a lot of these guys are ex-Marines, military, SWAT. So when we come prepared. Yeah. I mean, it was like a military operation.
What's live bait? Like, what do you take for live bait?
Well, I don't want to give away the special sauce,
Okay.
but we had some hot dogs and some other things mixed in.
Sick.
Yeah. It was sick. It was sick.
So it smells terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we set up like a perimeter like 60 yards around in groups of 3 or 4. And we went lights out and just, I had my camera rolling and audio going. And we just sat in the dark, man. And when you get in the hills of Appalachia, man, I mean, that land is ancient. Ancient spirits in there, Bigfoot, Dogman. And just being alone in the dark in complete silence. You can't even see your hand in front of your face. It's easy just for your mind to play tricks on you. But there was this wide creek that flowed right next to where we were baiting at. So you heard this constant stream just going, and it was just deathly silent. And we had a cam light hooked up next to the bait, and that's basically like a glow stick light, just a reference point for us to look. And we're sitting there, man, and we started hearing like just thuds, rocks being thrown at us and stuff. And the other guy's like, "Did you hear that? Hey guys, you screwing with us? You throwing rocks over here at us?" "No, I swear to God, I swear to God." So then we got quiet, and we could hear something just thumping through the woods. And everybody's just freaked out and silent. And then all of a sudden you just see that light just black out for a good second. And then it comes back. And then one of the guys is like, "Holy shit, did you see that? Something walking in front of the freaking light, man." And everybody's like, "Yeah, I seen it too, I seen it too." And then a few minutes later it comes right back by again. And we all just jump up, turn on the lights, and go storm the bait.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I pulled you over for? License, registration, and proof of all excess past before proceeding. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode, this is an All Access Pass episode exclusive. But hey, if you'd like to get access to this episode and an entire library of members-only exclusive content, 48-hour early access to all future episodes, and an ad-free listening experience on Apple and Spotify, head on over to PrometheusLensPodcast.com and sign up for the All Access Pass and join us on the hero's journey.